Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve great success while others struggle to make a mark? What sets them apart is a powerful force, a force that resides in all of us, the magic of thinking big. Thinking big is more than just a motivational phrase. It is a mindset, a way of approaching life and its challenges. It's about envisioning a future far beyond the limitations we often impose on ourselves. It's about believing in the extraordinary, not settling for mediocrity. But how do we harness this magic? It begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what's wrong or what's holding us back, we begin to see possibilities. We start to visualize not just what we want, but what we deserve. When we aim for greatness, we don't just reach for the stars, we fly among them. The true magic is in the belief that our thoughts shape our reality. When you think big, you create big opportunities. You break free from the chains of small thinking and open yourself up to an expansive world of achievement and success. The road to thinking big isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. It requires courage, resilience, and a deep commitment to yourself and your goals. But as you begin to embrace this mindset, you'll discover that the magic of thinking big isn't about achieving one great thing. It's about creating a life of continuous growth, joy, and accomplishment. So, I challenge you to take the first step today. Don't just think big, live big, aim higher. Dream further, because when you think big, you unlock the potential for a future bigger than you could ever imagine. Your thoughts are powerful. What you dwell on is what you'll attract into your life. If you think small, you'll achieve small. If you think big, the world opens up with opportunities. Never underestimate the power of your mind. People who think big refuse to be boxed in by their circumstances. They don't say, I can't. Instead, they ask, how can I? They understand that limits are often self-imposed. When you think big, you see the potential in everything. You don't focus on the problems, you look for solutions. Big thinkers see what could be, not what is. And that's where true innovation begins. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. The magic of thinking big is in challenging yourself to reach for something beyond your comfort zone. It's in the pursuit of something that requires you to grow. The world doesn't reward people for thinking small. Success comes when you set your sights high. When you decide to make a big impact, the universe will conspire to support your efforts. Big thinking requires bold action. It's not enough to just dream, you need to act on those dreams. And when you act, do so with confidence. The world responds to boldness. Thinking big isn't just about your own growth, it's about uplifting those around you. Success comes when you build relationships, inspire others, and create a team of like-minded individuals who think big alongside you. Big thinkers are not short-sighted. They look beyond the immediate. They understand that success takes time, but it's worth every moment of patience and perseverance. Think beyond today and set yourself up for lasting success. You see, there's a simple but powerful truth that governs our lives. You become what you think about. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's the foundation of all achievement. The thoughts that fill your mind every day are shaping the person you become, whether you realize it or not. Think about it for a moment. If you constantly focus on your problems, your fears, or your limitations, those will become your reality. But if you choose to focus on the possibilities, the opportunities, and the goals you want to achieve, you will start to create that reality. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful. What you think about is what you attract into your life. It's the law of attraction in its simplest form. If you spend your time thinking about how difficult things are, guess what? You'll find more difficulty. But if you fill your mind with positive, ambitious thoughts, you start to see solutions and opportunities. The difference lies in what you choose to focus on. The key to success isn't in having more time, more money, or more resources. It's in having the right thoughts. People who think big understand this. They know that their thoughts set the direction of their lives. When they think of challenges, they see them as opportunities for growth. When they think of success, they believe it is inevitable because they are always striving, always growing, always learning. On the other hand, small thinkers stay stuck because they focus on the obstacles, the how it won't work, instead of how it will. Your mind is like a garden. If you let weeds grow there, they will choke out the good things you're trying to nurture. But if you plant seeds of success, of possibility, and of confidence, those are the things that will flourish. Your mindset determines the life you live, and your mindset is entirely within your control. So take a moment to reflect. What are you thinking about most of the time? Is it leading you toward the life you want, or is it holding you back? When you change your thinking, you change your life. If you start thinking big, you begin attracting big things. It's not a mystery or a secret, it's a simple fact of life. What you think about, you become. So if you want to change your future, change your thoughts today. Big thinkers don't limit themselves. They refuse to accept the boundaries that the world often tries to impose on them. You see, most people, when faced with a challenge or an opportunity, immediately think about all the reasons why they can't do it. They focus on what's missing, what's not right, or what they lack. But big thinkers, they don't operate like that. They don't see limitations, they see possibilities. They don't ask, why can't I? They ask, how can I? What holds most people back in life is not the lack of ability, but the lack of belief. They believe they can't do something because they've never done it before, or they're too focused on what they don't have. But here's the truth, your mind is the only limit you have. Once you decide that something is possible, once you set your sights on a goal with determination, you'll find ways to overcome any obstacle. The key is to stop thinking small and start thinking big. Big thinkers understand that the journey to success is not linear. There will be setbacks, failures, and doubts, but they see these as stepping stones, not roadblocks. They know that in every challenge lies the opportunity to learn and grow. They take action despite fear, and they keep going when others stop. Why? Because they know that success is never about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you rise. They understand that the bigger the goal, the bigger the obstacles, but also the bigger the rewards. When you limit yourself, you limit your potential. When you tell yourself, I can't do that, or I'm not good enough, you shut the door to opportunity. Big thinkers don't ask for permission. They simply go after what they want, knowing that if they're persistent enough, they will find a way to make it happen. They don't let fear of failure or the opinions of others dictate their path. They choose to believe that if they can conceive it, they can achieve it. So don't let your circumstances, your past, or your doubts dictate your future. The only limits that truly exist are the ones you place on yourself. When you open your mind to the possibility of achieving greatness, when you stop accepting the notion that you're limited by your current situation, you'll realize that there is no ceiling. The world is full of opportunities waiting for someone with the courage to seize them. You don't need to be special, you just need to think big. Once you do, you'll discover that the world is far more abundant and full of possibility than you ever imagined. The only thing standing in your way is you. Believe in the power of possibilities. This is a mindset that separates those who achieve great things from those who settle for less. The world is full of opportunities, and the moment you begin to see them as possibilities instead of obstacles, you unlock the door to success. The key to a successful life is not in avoiding challenges, but in embracing the endless potential within every situation. When you start to believe that anything is possible, you begin to create a life that reflects that belief. The first step in realizing the power of possibilities is shifting your perspective. Most people go through life looking at what's in front of them and thinking it's all that's possible. They see their current circumstances, their limitations, and they accept them as permanent. But big thinkers, successful people, they don't stop there. They look beyond what is to what could be. They see every situation as an opportunity for growth. The difference is not in what's available to them, but in how they view what's available. They see opportunity everywhere where others see failure. They see a lesson where others see obstacles. They see a chance to innovate. When you believe in the power of possibilities, your thinking expands. You no longer limit yourself to what's comfortable or familiar. You start to ask yourself bigger questions. What's the next step? How can I make this work? What's the best version of my life? And how do I get there? This is what drives people to pursue extraordinary goals, to break free from the status quo, and to accomplish things others think are impossible. In every situation, there are two kinds of people, those who see only what is and those who see what could be. The people who believe in possibilities are the ones who take action, who move forward with confidence, knowing that obstacles are simply part of the journey. They see each challenge as something that will make them stronger, smarter, and more capable. And that belief fuels their success. Now, this doesn't mean you won't face difficulties. On the contrary, life is full of challenges, but when you believe in the power of possibilities, you approach every obstacle with a mindset of possibility. You don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, you ask, what can I learn from this? When you embrace this mindset, you become unstoppable because you're not afraid of what might go wrong. You're focused on what could go right. When you believe in possibilities, you also begin to surround yourself with others who share that belief. You attract the right people, those who inspire you, those who push you, and those who challenge you to be better. The power of possibilities is not just about what you can achieve alone, but what you can achieve with others who are also thinking beyond their limitations. It's a collective energy that propels you forward and makes what once seemed impossible now seem inevitable. So take a moment and ask yourself, do you truly believe in the power of possibilities? Are you seeing the opportunities in every situation, or are you focused only on the challenges? The moment you choose to believe that anything is possible, you begin to transform your life. The world opens up, and you'll start to see opportunities everywhere you look. Believe in the power of possibilities, and watch as your life begins to change in ways you never imagined. Your goals should scare you a little. Now, let me tell you why. If your goals are not making you a bit uncomfortable, if they don't push you to step out of your comfort zone, then you're probably not aiming high enough. It's easy to set goals that feel safe, goals that you know you can achieve with little effort, goals that don't challenge you or make you grow. But those aren't the goals that will lead to extraordinary success. The goals that will truly transform your life are the ones that stretch you, that make you question whether or not you can actually pull them off. They should excite you, but also make you feel a little nervous, a little uncertain, because that fear is the sign that you're on the right path. You see, fear isn't something to avoid, it's something to embrace. Fear is the signal that you're about to embark on something bigger than yourself. It's a signal that you're moving in the right direction. When your goals scare you, it means they're taking you beyond the limits of what you've done before. And that's exactly where you need to be if you want to achieve something extraordinary. The best part about goals that scare you a little is that they require you to grow. When you set a goal that pushes you out of your comfort zone, you're forced to develop new skills, adopt new ways of thinking, and challenge yourself in ways you never have before. It's not about the destination, it's about who you become in the process. You'll find out more about yourself, your strengths, and your abilities when you face the fear of a big, audacious goal. And that growth will serve you for the rest of your life. Let's face it, if your goals don't scare you, you're probably playing it too safe. You're settling for mediocrity, and you're leaving your potential on the table. You might achieve a few things, but you'll never realize just how much you're truly capable of. The secret to success is not in setting small, easy goals. It's in setting goals that make you think, can I really do this? And then taking action anyway. Big goals require big action. And with big action comes big results. But here's the key. You don't need to have all the answers right away. You don't need to know exactly how everything will fall into place. What matters is that you commit to the goal and begin taking those first steps toward it. The fear will be there, but so will the courage to push through it. Remember, the greatest achievements in life don't come from playing it safe. They come from taking risks, embracing challenges, and going after things that seem just a little out of reach. Your goals should stretch you. They should test your limits. And when you achieve them, you'll look back and realize that the person you had to become in the process is the real reward. So don't shy away from the things that scare you. Embrace them. Set goals that excite you, that challenge you, that make you feel a little uncomfortable. Because those are the goals that will change your life. They'll make you grow, they'll push you forward, and they'll show you just how far you can go when you step outside of what feels safe and take a leap into what feels possible. Success is a product of big thinking. The truth is, the way you think about yourself and your future will directly influence what you achieve. If you limit your thinking, you limit your success. But if you expand your thinking, the possibilities become endless. Success doesn't come from just doing the bare minimum or taking the easiest path. It comes from thinking beyond what's comfortable, from setting your sights on goals that seem far-reaching and ambitious, and then going after them with everything you've got. Big thinkers don't settle for mediocrity. They don't accept the notion that this is as good as it gets or this is what I deserve. Instead, they believe that success is not just for the lucky few, it's for anyone who dares to think big and pursue their dreams with determination. When you set a big goal, something that excites you and challenges you, it drives you to grow, to learn, and to push yourself in ways you never thought possible. This is where success begins. But here's the key. Big thinking isn't about dreaming without action. It's about having a vision so powerful that it fuels your daily actions. Big thinkers know that success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or for the stars to align. They know that it's about constantly moving toward their goals, even when the road isn't smooth. They take calculated risks, they make decisions with confidence, and they move forward with the belief that their efforts will pay off in the long run. They understand that success is the result of consistent, focused action toward a worthy goal. You must learn to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be. The people who achieve the greatest success are the ones who can see opportunities where others see problems. They look at a difficult situation and say, how can I make this work? They don't let challenges discourage them. Instead, they see them as stepping stones on the path to greater things. When you think big, you don't let the small setbacks knock you off course. You use them as lessons and move on with even greater focus. Big thinkers also understand the importance of time. They know that success is not a quick fix or a shortcut. It's a journey, and every big goal requires time, effort, and patience. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that big thinkers are willing to invest the time needed to achieve their vision. They don't expect results overnight, but they believe in the long-term power of their decisions. And because of this, they persist through the good times and the tough times. Moreover, success doesn't happen in isolation. Big thinking also involves surrounding yourself with other big thinkers, people who challenge you, support you, and push you to become the best version of yourself. Success is a team effort. It's about building relationships with others who share your vision, who bring different perspectives, and who contribute to the collective growth. When you think big, you realize that you're not in this alone. So if you want success, start by expanding your thinking. Set your sights higher than you ever thought possible. Dream bigger, work harder, and never stop believing that what you want is achievable. Success is not reserved for a select few. It's the natural result of thinking big, acting boldly, and persevering relentlessly. The more you stretch your thinking, the more you'll see that the life you desire is within your reach. Think big, act big, and success will follow. Act with confidence, not fear. Too often, fear holds people back from taking the action that's necessary for success. Fear makes us hesitate, second-guess ourselves, and question whether we are capable of achieving our goals. But here's the truth: fear is not a barrier to success. It's a signal that you're moving towards something meaningful. The key is to not let fear control your actions, but to act in spite of it. When you act with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty, you begin to take control of your life and your future. Confidence doesn't come from always knowing exactly what to do. It comes from trusting in your ability to figure it out, trusting that no matter what happens, you have the capacity to adapt, learn, and grow. It comes from understanding that no step is wasted, no effort is ever in vain, and even if things don't go perfectly, you'll still be better off than if you did nothing at all. The most successful people aren't the ones who never experience fear, they're the ones who take action despite it. When you act with confidence, you show the world, and more importantly, yourself, that you believe in your potential. You send the message that you're capable, that you're ready to take on challenges, and that you're committed to your success. Confidence is magnetic. It attracts opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your vision. When you show up with confidence, you open doors that might otherwise remain closed. It's not about having all the answers or being perfect. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way. Fear, on the other hand, often leads to inaction. It paralyzes people. It makes them overthink, procrastinate, and sometimes even avoid pursuing their goals altogether. But let me tell you something: the longer you allow fear to dictate your actions, the longer it will take for you to reach your full potential. Fear thrives on hesitation. The moment you take action, even if it's a small step, you break the hold that fear has on you. And with each action you take, your confidence grows. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to train your mind to act first and let the confidence follow. Confidence isn't something you wait for to take action. It's something that comes because you take action. When you take that first step, even when you're uncertain, you begin to build momentum. You begin to prove to yourself that you are capable. And the more you act with confidence, the more natural it becomes. Remember, confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about deciding that your dreams are bigger than your fears. It's about understanding that no great achievement comes without a little discomfort, a little risk, and a little uncertainty. But that's where growth happens. Every time you face your fears and push through them, you become stronger, more capable, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes next. So the next time fear creeps in, don't let it stop you. Recognize it for what it is: a sign that you're about to do something important. And act with confidence, knowing that taking action is the key to unlocking the success and growth you desire. Confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you create through the choices you make and the actions you take. The more you act, the more you will believe in yourself, and the more your success will follow. Developing big people skills is one of the most important investments you can make in your success. It's not just about learning how to communicate better or how to get along with others. It's about truly understanding that success in life and business is driven by your ability to connect with people. You can have the best ideas, the strongest work ethic, and the brightest vision, but if you can't build meaningful relationships and work effectively with others, your potential will be limited. Big people skills start with empathy. They begin with the ability to see things from another person's perspective, to listen actively and understand their needs, concerns, and desires. People are at the heart of every business, every project, and every opportunity. When you take the time to genuinely care about the people around you, whether they're clients, colleagues, or friends, you establish trust and create an environment where everyone can succeed. Empathy is not about agreeing with everyone, but it's about recognizing the value in other people's perspectives and treating them with respect. But developing big people skills isn't just about being nice or friendly. It's about being strategic in how you build relationships. Successful people know that the ability to influence others, to persuade, and to inspire action is a critical skill. You need to be able to lead by example, motivate others when times are tough, and get people to rally around your ideas and goals. This requires communication, but not just any communication, it's communication that connects. It's the ability to speak in a way that resonates with others, to make them feel heard, and to inspire them to take action. The best leaders, the best achievers, know that relationships are built on trust, not manipulation. People want to follow those they trust, and they trust those who are honest, transparent, and consistent. When you're developing big people skills, you learn how to build that trust by being authentic and reliable. People need to know that you will do what you say, that you will stand by your commitments, and that you are genuinely invested in their success as much as your own. Another key element to developing big people skills is the ability to really listen. Most people are focused on what they're going to say next, but effective communicators are focused on understanding the other person. Listening creates a space for open dialogue, fosters collaboration, and builds rapport. People feel valued when they are truly heard, and when you take the time to listen to others, you are giving them a gift. And when people feel valued, they are more likely to support you, follow your lead, and help you achieve your goals. In addition to listening and empathy, big people skills also require the ability to resolve conflicts effectively. Conflicts are inevitable, whether in business, family, or friendships. But it's not the conflict that matters, it's how you handle it. The ability to address issues head-on without fear or avoidance, and to find solutions that work for everyone, is a skill that will serve you in all areas of your life. Avoiding conflict only leads to resentment and miscommunication. Confronting it with respect, understanding, and the desire to find common ground, however, leads to stronger, more durable relationships. Lastly, developing big people skills requires the ability to make others feel important. People want to feel like they matter. When you acknowledge their contributions, recognize their efforts, and celebrate their successes, you not only build loyalty, but also create an atmosphere of mutual respect and appreciation. This doesn't mean flattering people insincerely. It means recognizing their value and showing them that you truly appreciate them for who they are and what they bring to the table. In the end, the success you achieve in life is directly tied to the quality of the relationships you cultivate. Big people skills aren't just about being well-liked. They are about creating an environment of cooperation, respect, and mutual support. When you develop the ability to connect with others on a deep, meaningful level, you will find that doors open, opportunities arise, and your ability to achieve anything becomes limitless. Your success will not only be a reflection of your skills and knowledge, but also of the relationships you build and nurture along the way. Thinking long-term is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Too often, people get caught up in the immediate rewards or the short-term gains, and while there's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, the real secret to lasting success lies in your ability to focus on the long run. When you think long-term, you're not simply planning for the next year or the next 5 years. You're setting yourself up for success over a lifetime. The decisions you make today will shape the reality you live in tomorrow, next year, and decades from now. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking quick results. Our culture often values instant gratification and short-term success. But this is a limited way of thinking. Real success doesn't come from the quick wins. It comes from consistent effort, strategic planning, and the ability to see beyond the immediate challenges. When you think long-term, you stop worrying about what's happening right now. You focus on the bigger picture and where you want to be in the future. This perspective shifts the way you approach everything. One of the key components of long-term thinking is understanding that success takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You might not see immediate results, and that can be frustrating. But long-term thinkers know that every action they take, even if it feels small at the moment, is contributing to the bigger goal. It's about building a foundation that will support your future success. Every choice you make, whether it's learning something new, taking a risk, or making an investment, has the potential to pay off many years down the road. People who think long-term are willing to make sacrifices in the short term because they understand the bigger reward waiting for them. They don't spend money they don't have because they know the long-term consequences of debt. They don't waste time on distractions because they understand how precious time is when viewed from a long-term perspective. They focus on building habits, developing skills, and forming relationships that will continue to benefit them for years to come. While others chase fleeting pleasures, long-term thinkers focus on what they can build that will last. Thinking long-term also means understanding the importance of patience. Success doesn't come overnight. There will be times when you won't see immediate returns for your effort. But in those moments, the long-term thinker keeps going. They know that the journey is part of the process and every experience along the way adds value. They don't get discouraged by temporary setbacks or failures because they understand that every failure is a lesson that brings them closer to their ultimate goal. When you think long-term, you also make better decisions. Short-term thinking often leads to impulsive actions driven by emotion. You might make a rash decision out of fear, impatience, or desire for instant reward. But when you step back and think long-term, you're able to see the bigger consequences of your actions. You weigh your options carefully and choose the path that will benefit you in the future, even if it requires more effort or a delay in gratification today. People who think long-term also understand the importance of legacy. They're not only concerned with their personal success, but with what they're leaving behind. The impact they make today can resonate for generations, whether it's through the relationships they build, the businesses they create, or the knowledge they pass on. Long-term thinkers focus not just on immediate success, but on building something that can withstand the test of time. This mindset isn't about accumulating wealth or achievements for the sake of recognition, but about creating something that will make a lasting impact on the world. Thinking long-term isn't just a strategy for achieving success, it's a way of living. It's about making decisions that align with your values, setting goals that are meaningful, and trusting the process even when the results aren't immediate. When you begin to think long-term, you shift your focus from quick fixes and immediate rewards to building a life of lasting fulfillment, purpose, and success. The key is to stay patient, keep moving forward, and always remember that the actions you take today are investments in the future you want to create. It's not just about where you want to be tomorrow, it's about where you want to be years from now. And that vision will guide you toward the life you've always dreamed of.